Charlie, special welcome to Extra Time. It's another edition. It's another week. We're excited to be back. I think sometime last week by now, we're all waiting to see who becomes the next coach of the Black Stars. Some names were being thrown all over the place, but eventually we have a coach. He's from Portugal. He was born in Mozambique. To Portuguese parents. So that one really like it. But of course, Portuguese national. But some have raised questions about his age. 73 years of age. Chairman is pretty old. Not too sure how he's going to fare. So we'll talk about that and to see what we are likely to get for him going into the World Cup. We've got like less than 60 days to the World Cup, so he's a big deal. Then we know who is through to the semi-finals of the Champions League. Basa for the to say son of my son. We should have an enko year and for cry. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So they're out. But not just them. Their neighbors, Real Madrid, are also out after a very pulsating game against Bayern Munich. Was it 7 goals on aggregate? 7 goals. 7-goal thriller, basically. 6-4 on aggregate. About 10 goals in 2 legs. While some were scoring 10 goals in 2 legs, those who are dreaming of winning the Champions League when they are in a position where they might even lose the Premier League, they scored 1 in 180 minutes. Almost too much. Almost it's bad. Oh. They have a big game this weekend. And the moment they lose that game, so we'll talk about that. Water is here. Water, Harry Potter. He said, what's your Spider-Man?
Charlie, today, thanks to soccer bets, I'm in a Black Stars jersey, the new jersey. Gets it to soccer bets.
Charlie, Penty, touch the jersey and fill it.
You want fill
Fill them. Is it new?
Charlie, fresh.
Solid jersey.
Yeah, so Charlie, soccer bets.
Puma,
Was it before the show or when you came now then they saw you?
I come now, they say, senior man, Charlie, where Ghana jersey?
Who they call you senior man? Who they call you senior man?
There's a senior man. Charlie can't take jersey. Why not? Charlie, Kobe. Thank you so much. I take the jersey from Kobe as well. Wear the jersey.
Kobe call you senior man?
Say senior man. Kobe there.
This is your Kelly Willie beard when they make you say Charlie, I talking beard. That's why you check like it. Anyway, Penty is also here, but we're going to start with basketball, NBA. The playoff is upon us. It's happening this weekend. And some surprising absence in the playoffs. The Bucks are not going to be there. Of course, they won the championship in 2021. They're not going to be there. They've been regular at the playoffs in recent years, but they're not going to be there this year. The Mavericks are also not going to be there this year. The Phoenix Suns are also not going to be there. They've got some real good quality players. Kevin Durant are all in there, but they're not making it to the playoffs this year. And the Pelicans are also not making it. They've had a really, really challenging season. The Grizzlies are also not making it. The Sacramento Kings are also not making it. Even the Utah Jazz are also not making it. So these are notable absentees from the playoffs. And Penty, let's just touch on the NBA briefly. Are you surprised at some of the names you're not seeing in the playoffs, or is it a true reflection of how their season have fared?
Yeah, it's just a true reflection of how their season has fared. I think the Golden State Warriors are a team that lots of people support in the NBA, and they're not there. It's surprising not to see them, but it's just as a result of how poor their season has been, and the fact that they're not with a lot of time in this season. They were not with their star man, which is Steph Curry. So it's affected them much. But going to the playoffs, you're going to see a lot of these teams doing their best. The Cavaliers are going to show how good they are. They are not with the king anymore. LeBron James is not with them anymore. I want to see something different from the team.
Yeah, but he himself, of course, we're looking forward to seeing what he could do with Los Angeles over there.
Lakers.
And the Lakers there. I was just looking at some interesting data about him. Charlie, LeBron there, it's like almost every record is breaking it left, right, center. You talk about the most playoff series wins, he's got it. In fact, over his first 18 playoff appearances, he's racked up some NBA record of 41 playoff series wins. That's incredible.
He's also the all-time leading playoff scorer.
Yeah.
And LeBron James has shown time and time again that he's one of the best in the world, if not the best in the world. He's been compared to Michael Jordan.
Yeah, Michael Jordan.
Yeah, he's been compared to Michael Jordan at this point. But let's see what he does. They're facing the Rockets in that game. It's going to be a tough one. I believe LA the Lakers are good, but with what we've seen this season of the Rockets, it's going to be a tough one.
It's going to be a tough one.
It's going to be a tough one for the Lakers.
So anyway, I'm sure we'll spend more time on the NBA as it unfolds, as their playoffs unfold. There are quite a number of games to come, so we'll bring you more updates on all of that, and we'll see how it all unfolds. It's still extra time. Let's talk now about some other action that has taken place. Quickly, we'll talk about the Premier League action happening this weekend. We've got Arsenal, who played Bournemouth. They lost, and then they were lost. Then Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester City. Chelsea won that game, didn't they?
No.
Really?
Chelsea lost to Manchester City.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but they celebrated.
Oh, no. It was the Chelsea women and Arsenal, Man City, the women game. Yeah, that was a game. The United lost to Leeds.
Yeah.
No, but United, we have to be honest with them. Carrick cannot help them going into next season. Like, they have to be serious about finding a competent coach. Carrick has done his job. The way you're nodding your head, you have now come to reality, haven't you?
They know.
Yeah,
Everybody's
United know.
Can you imagine they rested? They've been resting for almost like 2 weeks or something.
27 days. They even had an in-season camp in Ireland.
In Ireland.
Yeah.
And still went to
Lost.
play. And you know what's funny? When every other team's players returned, very active, engaged in international duties and all of that, they had their games. Some of them had their games on Saturday, Sunday. Then they said, oh, you there, you know that, Charlie, you don't get anything, so let's put you on Monday. The Monday, even after resting, how many days? 20 what?
27.
27 days. Then they lose to Leeds United. Charlie?
Yeah, the problem is big. But it's up to the players. Sometimes you just look at some of the players.
No, your vim is low. What is happening? Your
Charlie
vim is low. What?
The problem at United, Charlie, is a
That's
normal.
afternoon.
Charlie, that's afternoon.
Yeah,
But the thing we have to enter the Mondays. I know that pretty say we're going 4-0 for that game. It's like,
Really?
So the players don't be serious. The United players don't be serious. Correct 3-4. See, how can you tell me Ugarte is a player of Manchester United? Ugarte shouldn't be starting for Manchester
Was
United.
there somebody who uses money to get? You're the one who went to
No,
buy.
I can't want too much. Ugarte.
But on a normal day, in recent games, he's not been starting.
Yeah.
It's Kobe Menu who's been playing.
Yes, but you see,
But in the absence of Kobe Menu, you don't have so
have
much
to-
option, do you?
it's against Leeds United. You're not playing a Man City
But if-
or a Chelsea that if Kobemenu's absence have to affect our results. You get me? If you're a coach or you're a team and you have a key player, you can miss him in certain games, right? Games against Leeds United, West Ham or something. It will not affect you like you're going to a big game. Like, for example, we are heading towards the Chelsea game this weekend. We are without our key player, Lisandro Martinez, in defense. We are without Maguire. We are worried because we know the opposition.
Wait,
we are facing.
did I hear you say you are worried?
Yes, Maguire is.
No,
going
did
to have-
I hear you say you are worried ahead of your game against Chelsea?
Yes, because the
Wow.
two starting centre backs are not available.
Well, that's nice to hear, though.
Yeah, because of how we've been playing poorly this time around. You lose
No, but
to
he-
Leeds United. You expect to head into such a big game. It's a top 4 class, basically. Like in the fight for the top 4,
Yeah.
these two teams are in contention. It is Manchester United up against Chelsea, and it's Stamford Bridge. It's a big game.
Yeah.
And you are without your two starting centre backs, which is Lisandro Martinez and Harry Maguire. You're going to be playing Euro and Eden Heaven. And it's going to be a big problem.
Yeah. He wasn't thinking about himself.
Yeah, you get it. What then happened was that I thought United had it easy on a
Against
silver
Leeds
platter
United.
to be able to beat Leeds United.
After how many days of rest?
Yes,
obviously.
you have 24 days.
So
plus
what were they
2
doing in
additional-
Ireland? What were they doing in Ireland? All that one. No more there.
The thing be say, United go play and pay for Ireland. If you ask me, if you don't pay, then go play. Because you
Man.
can't go and camp for 27 days and then come back and then play against a team who played midweek and then eventually lose to them. Like, it doesn't really add up if you think through it. Carrick had enough time to look through the team and see that these are the players I can use for the Leeds game. Because Leeds obviously played a game during the week. Because you take that time to analyze the team, see where your team is fit enough to counter them. Because you clearly saw how strong they were on the counter attack,
Yeah.
how strong they were in midfield. So you have to look at this. You have to analyze all this. But then you fail to do that. You enjoy the weekend, the break, the long break. You come back and play them, and then you are punished. And the United fans are furious. Penty is furious. He's crying inside him. And look, this is not as don't blame it on Carrick.
What's
He's crying.
how is he crying? How is he crying
Now,
inside him?
Not as he say they cry.
How is he crying
They
inside
cry.
him? What sound is he making?
And Ogate is not a player. Ogate, for God's sake, was one of the best players when he was at Sporting. He was signed by PSG. You guys saw something good in him. That's why you went to sign him. There's no way you can tell me Ogate is not a good player. It's a matter of systems. Probably the United system doesn't fit.
Can we start and move the conversation to Barcelona?
Wait. No.
Let me tell you, this guy was on hit 7. You're crying about Barcelona.
Wait.
Hey, relax.
We are going to talk about
Relax.
Barcelona.
Relax. Look, Chairman, you have to be humble and take it. Be calm. Give it to him.
Because like it really doesn't add up when you end up singling out one player, saying that he didn't deserve to have a start in that team. Ogate in that United team, probably Carrick saw him doing that in-camp season in Ireland. He probably saw something good out of him. Because coaches don't normally start players out of the blue. They don't start players because he's Ogate.
Yeah.
They don't start Maguire because Maguire is Maguire.
And whatever you wanted him to do, he had enough time to tell him how to execute it. Is it the case that Ugarte they were born to which
Ogate were born challenge their own father. The thing is that United, the problem has been our midfield this season. And the reason why Amorim was sacked was because he was keeping one of our best midfielders on the bench, which is Kobe Menu. And he was playing Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes all the time. And whenever he needs a substitution, he brings on Ugarte at times. You get it? So the major problem at the club was our midfield. So as a coach, when you come in and there is young players on the bench who can equally give you what you need in midfield, you have to go to them. You get it? I have a problem with Carrick because he has shown time and time again that he doesn't have that experience to coach a big club. Because you cannot just keep on winning certain games and when it matters most, because, during the weekend, right, Chelsea lost to Man City. A win against Leeds United would have taken you points, like 9 points ahead, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Aston Villa drew on the weekend as well. They drew 1-1 on the weekend.
Yeah.
A win against Leeds United would have taken you 3 points or 4 points ahead of Aston Villa. It's only Liverpool that won at the weekend. So a win will also keep your distance from Liverpool. So in a top 4 race.
So it was almost like an opportunity for them to see their top 4.
Very good. There was an opportunity for you to see your top 4 spot. And if you look at it at the moment, 5 teams will qualify for the Champions League. So automatically.
Wait, are you?
I'm not worried.
Why do you know? I think you already know the questions I'm asking.
Okay, what are you trying?
No, that's the same thing.
He's worried.
I'm not
You're
worried.
worried you don't play Champions League.
I'm not worried you don't play Champions
The way
League.
I say you would have opened 5 points, I opened 3
What I'm
points.
saying is that it would have been more comfortable heading into the rest of the game. Now you're going to play Chelsea and going to play Liverpool. Now you're putting unnecessary pressure on yourself because if you have won the league game, you're in a comfortable situation. Or someone would say a comfortable lead.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. The other team which dropped points, which obviously broke the hearts of their fans, is Arsenal. It was a terrible defeat to Bournemouth. I don't think it was terrible. If you look at the context of the title race at the moment, dropping points against Bournemouth was something they should have avoided. Now, at home, it's Charlie, it's completely unacceptable. It's now like 6 points between them and Manchester City. And what that means is that, in fact, in our last podcast, if you watched it, you'll see we're talking about the permutations. Why Arsenal needed to be careful against Bournemouth. Because if they drop points against Bournemouth, the implications of that. They've got a game against Manchester City, which is happening this weekend. And Manchester City have also got a game in hand. So that's like 6 points that's available for Manchester City to close the gap on Arsenal. So at the moment, they are hot. We're hoping that they will improve in the Champions League, but slow. They can't find their scoring boot anymore. So it's a very dicey situation for them now. Yeah. All right? I mean, fundamentally, what is happening to Arsenal? Is it that, Charlie, is it an April curse? Because if you look at it in recent years, Arteta has always struggled in April. He's strangely struggled in April. Last season, you look at the results. If you're going to check their results in April last season, it was almost there. They struggled to pick points. I mean, what is happening to the team at this point? Because they have the squad depth to do better.
At this point, and the period in which we are in, you expect Arsenal to have that experience. Because last season, it was a similar thing. They lost to Brentford at the very tail end of the season, and that cost them the title. This season is happening against Bournemouth. Now, 6 points ahead of Man City. Man City, remember, have an outstanding game
Against Crystal Palace.
And if they win that game, they close it to 3 points. That 3 points, there's no guarantee that Arsenal is going to win almost all their matches.
No, even before that outstanding game, they play Arsenal. And if they win
exactly.
that game,
that's what I'm saying.
then it's
There's
reduced
no
to
guarantee.
3. Then they play the outstanding game.
So the problem here is that Arsenal have failed to learn from their previous experiences. And look, it applies to almost in our daily lives. You're with a young girl.
Why a
it
girl?
breaks your heart. You go back to the young girl again, and it breaks your heart. That's the Arsenal scenario. They fail to learn. You don't want to, like, almost young answer. And at the end, well, let me put it in simple. They fail to learn.
It's not fatigue. Don't you think maybe
I think
it's
it's a
fatigue?
problem of Arteta overthinking. Because let me tell you why. If you remember when they were about to play Sporting, the second leg, Arteta went to the press and then said that he's expecting something wonderful to happen at the Emirates.
Yeah, he said he's got fire in him.
And he's got fire. This pressure, you're buying pressure for yourself. No, just allow your boys to play their normal football. And then eventually he went to play 0-0. Now the fans are angry. Everyone is saying that, Arsenal, you say you're expecting fire. Yeah, this one, but nothing is coming on. Just, Charlie, Arteta, the formula is win your matches. The good thing is you are winning your match. That's the best thing. Avoid this backside comments and then buying pressure on yourself. Most of the young guys in the team are inexperienced. Madueke, win league before. Madueke no win league before. So he reached this stage of the season now. Pressure will come in top.
But he win conference.
There will be pressure.
No, he win conference league.
No, but it not be Premier League.
Yeah, but he be conference league.
No, conference league no be Premier League.
Which Arsenal player will win the Premier League before?
Most of them have been there. Madueke was not there last season. And now he's the one leading the attack because of Saka. And this is a young man who doesn't have the experience when it gets to these latter stages of the Premier League. Remember when it gets to latter stages of the Premier League, if you remember when Alex Ferguson was in charge, he always said that he wins his league title in the second half of the season. And the second half of the season proves that you are capable of being a champion. And being a champion means that you have that strong mentality to withstand anything that comes your way. Arsenal don't have that. And it's a problem that is hitting them currently.
For me, I find it problematic that if you
It's
look at
very
what they
problematic.
did at the start of the season in terms of the reinforcement they brought in. I mean, Arsenal were the perfect team going into this season. The perfect team on every side. They had enough players to, if Bukayo Saka is not doing well, they've got a certain Madueke who can come in and try and help. You're no longer relying only on Trossard. You've got another Martinelli somewhere in there. Up forward, you have Gabriel Jesus, you have Guy Havertz, you have Gyökeres. Even Merino can come in and help you. They had the depth to be able to give off some good competition and to think that they find themselves in a situation where it's almost looking like the league is no longer in their hands.
Yeah.
And it's dangerous.
It's a serious conversation we have to have about Arteta as a coach of such a big club. Because how many times now? It's been 4 consecutive years.
Yeah.
You've been close to the title. And now for me, I just blame Arteta. It's not just Arsenal Football Club because Arsenal Football Club have come a long way. We've seen the times where they were crying to be even part of the top 4 alone. They were on a downhill for a long time. That is why when certain people are criticizing or trying to have a go at Arsenal, sometimes I feel pity for them because this is their moment. They have to enjoy this moment. But it seems Arteta is trying to make the enjoyable moment a bit bitter for Arsenal fans, which shouldn't be so because they've been suffering for a very long time. We knew...
How many times have they been second now?
Yeah.
Almost 4 times.
Yeah, almost 3 to 4, 3 consecutive seasons. They've been second. And you look at it from the players' point of view as well. This is their moment. They have to make history for themselves. Some of these players have to own it. That we have to make this our own. It shouldn't be just on the manager or it shouldn't be just on the fans. Because it is about winning titles. And your name will be etched in the history books one day that you've also won the Premier League. So the players also have to step up, because what I saw in the game against Bournemouth was so embarrassing. Because the players, some of the mistakes they were doing. Look at Zubimendi. Yes, like you have to be serious.
Someone say he doesn't know how to pass, he doesn't know how to defend, and they wonder what he's doing in the game.
And that is why certain people were, like, I was on Twitter and people were bringing back Thomas Partey comps, which I don't want to be saying, but Thomas Partey.
It's important. It's important. I like the point you are arriving at, because you have Zubimendi. When did we see Zubimendi's backup play? Have you seen him play this season? The guy they bought from
Nogard. Yeah.
Have you seen him play this season? No. He's never been anywhere near
the thing is,
starting lineup.
And
that's a problem for Arsenal Football Club. Having Zubimendi, who you know is a key player in your team, you know definitely he's going to wear out along the season. There's no guarantee that he's going to stay fit. Footballers have injury periods. And then you have Nogard. Nogard is not good enough. I don't think Nogard fits in that Arsenal squad.
I mean, explains why he's not being...
Yeah, exactly. So what I'm saying is that these players that Arteta have assembled, it seems he doesn't even know the players. Because if you know your players, then you don't bring in Nogard to come and assist with Mendy.
But the hope was that he would come. But, things happen.
You have to bring somebody equally as good or close, because Nogard, it seems Nogard is old. He's an older player.
And that's why people brought in Thomas Partey's comps.
Yes, because you have a player in terms of similar quality as... I think even if it comes to quality, Thomas Partey is ahead of Nogard and Mendy.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
you get it? So, we know other issues surrounding Partey's absence, and the reason why he hasn't been a team before they let him go because of the court case and other things. But if you want to bring in a player, you have to bring in a player of Thomas Partey's quality to even debutize to Mendy. Not a player that has, like, he doesn't have the qualities of a midfielder.
At the moment, based on how things are looking like, is there the fear that Arsenal might lose the Premier League? Is it real?
Yes, real, definitely. And even they've lost it already, because the fact is that if you ask an Arsenal fan today, right, that can they go to the Etihad and beat Man City's?
That's a very fundamental question. If you look at how Arsenal have performed in recent games, say in the last 3 games or last 4 games, if you want to extend the last 5 games, any Arsenal fan at all should ask themselves that very honest question. If you look at how Arsenal have played in the last 5 games, based on how they've played, are you confident that just based on how they've played, they can go to the Etihad and pick the maximum point? That's why people have been saying that game at the Etihad, Arsenal is not thinking about winning the game, because they know even a draw can help their cause.
But the thing is that if you want to win the Premier League title, you have to go into that game and beat Man City.
No, but you've got to be strategic.
It's not possible.
You've got to be strategic.
It's not possible. You don't tell me it's not possible. There's no way an Arsenal fan is telling me that it's not possible to beat Man City.
But you have to be real about where your team is at the moment.
Let me clear this. Let me clear this first. You are Arsenal. You're on top of the Premier League. Your title rival. You're telling me it's not possible of beating your title rival. Then you don't deserve to be on top of the Premier League. So the thing is that Arsenal fans have to know that if they want to be the Premier League champions, they have to be the best team in the Premier League to be the best, to be the Premier League champions.
So if they are serious about winning the Premier League, they should go to Etihad and beat Manchester City.
So it's as simple as that. There are 2 things at stake now. Arsenal now have the choice to choose the Premier League or the Champions League.
No. They can win both.
There are 2 things at stake. There's no way Arsenal is going to win both. That's the reality. Let's take is Arsenal will win this. The reality is there's no way they're going to win both. So you have to choose one and stick to one. And a wise Arsenal manager will stick to the Premier League. It's what you've been yearning for. And it's something they've tried and financed for the past decade. So a wise Arsenal would be more conservative when he's playing the English Premier League. This is where I want to push my energy and my efforts.
Yeah.
So I'll do my things right in the Premier League. So the best for you is you go in the Man City game for a draw. Because now City, remember, I've picked, and they are in good form. The Pep Guardiola we saw in the first half of the season has improved.
Yeah.
City are playing some good football.
Yeah.
They've changed their tactical approach when they are playing any tough opposition.
Yeah.
And it's working out perfectly for them. So you don't go into that fixture with a mindset of, I'm going to defend, I'm going to do this. Your best should be a draw. And then with the Champions League, Within the Champions League period, there are league matches in within.
Yeah.
So now that's where planning and wise Arsenal. That's what I mean by wise Arsenal. That's Arteta being wise enough. Let me just leave the Champions League and focus on the Premier League. Because you're going to use your...
But I mean, at the Champions League, how many games are left? Max 3 games. 3 games.
Yeah, 3 games.
3 games, you're going to call it. I mean, semi-final,
But
home
the
and
thing is
away, then the final one. So 3 games left in the Champions League.
And
how many games are left in the Premier League now?
Probably 6 games.
6 games. So 3 games in the Champions League, that's something you can manage. You don't have to expend so much
You see, that is
effort
what
in
I'm
it.
saying is
You
that
can manage that.
They can
Like
win
6 games
even
left. In the
two.
Champions.
What I'm saying is that they can win 2 of these trophies. They can win both the Champions League, they can win the Premier League. All depends on how Arsenal plan their season. This is important for Arteta because there's no second chances. I believe if Arteta fails to win both trophies, it's going to be very difficult for him to convince
Both
some of
trophies,
us.
not even one of them.
Yes, because you see,
I think if he wins the Premier League, he stays.
okay, if he wins the Premier League, he stays.
Yeah, he stays.
But if he wins that, okay, he has to win one of those trophies.
Yeah, he has to win one of them.
One, yes, he has to win one. But what I'm saying is that Arteta now has put back-to-back semi-finals of the Champions League.
It's not good enough.
No, it's good. What I'm trying to
It's
say,
never a good. It's never a
Back
good.
to back.
It's never a good target for Arsenal football.
No, what
They've
I'm
been there. They were there last season.
That's what I'm saying.
So
Back to
now
back.
the goal is to go and win it. It's not to reach semi-final
No, what I'm
and
saying-
get out. So when you get there and then you don't win it, they sack you.
Relax.
I mean, you're
That is
talking
what
about a
I'm
club
saying.
that has been to the finals before. So get to the semi-finals. Don't. Okay,
What I'm
in the
saying-
context of how the team have
Exactly. Performed in recent times.
In recent years,
Yeah.
the semi-final performance, back-to-back semi-final performance, considering the fact that the second semi-final performance, they are still in the competition. It's not like they've exited. They are still in the competition. It's pretty good.
It's good, but then you take your investments into account. You've invested. You invested to progress beyond the semi-final. You didn't invest to reach semi-final and get out.
Yeah, but they still have a chance of progressing. So at this point, that argument is valid that they've done well. They are
back-to-back semi-final
Yeah,
is
it's
good
valid.
for Arteta. If you look at what he has to focus on is the Premier League trophy. And I want him to psych his team in a very positive manner that they're going to beat Man City. Because if you don't beat Man City, I don't think they should win the Premier League if they're not able to beat Man City.
I think that's a view almost everyone will hold. That if Arsenal fails to beat Manchester City, they don't deserve to win the Premier League. That's a view everyone. But bottom line, you believe that they should go into the game looking for a draw.
A draw.
And you believe that, Charlie, you want to win the Premier League, you've got to beat Manchester City. Right?
Yeah, you've got to beat Man City.
Well, like we mentioned, that's not the only game happening this weekend. There's the Manchester United Chelsea game. For Chelsea, Enzo Fernandez is returning to the team. It's a pretty complicated situation. They're not too sure how he'll fare. Chelsea struggled against Manchester City. The first 45 minutes was pretty good, but the second half was a complete humiliation of the team. And Manchester City showed that, yes, they're on fire. Again, Man United is a top 4. Chelsea is fighting to play the top 4. I don't think the loss to Leeds United should give Chelsea the vim that they can beat Man United.
Yeah.
I don't think so,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I think at the moment, on paper, Man United is a better team than Chelsea.
Yeah, but what United fans will worry about is the injury of some of the players. Because Menu didn't feature in that game against Leeds United.
He's still not back.
Yes, he's battling against time. And if you look at what we saw in that Leeds United game, you could see that the team largely has missed such a quality player.
So Maguire is not going to be available.
Maguire is not going to be available. Comeno is a doubt. And also, Lisandro Martinez, who got a red card in a game against Leeds United. It was a debatable one. But you have to be silly to put yourself in that situation.
But even with that, you think United cannot win against Chelsea?
You see, when's the last time United won at the Bridge? It's almost 6 years now.
I say right now,
United
the
have
bridge
won.
is in Tabodan.
What I'm saying is that United, for me, United have the tools to do that. But what is shown on Monday, right? I'm not confident because
I find it very surprising when you speak about United these days. Charlie,
No,
once
you see-
upon a time, this was a United who could win the Premier League when they started
you see-
winning on the bounce. And all of a
the
sudden, Charlie,
team is unpredictable.
Charlie,
It's so unpredictable.
No,
because
United
how
fans,
can-
they suffer.
No, why can you tell me
No,
that
you put
rested
yourself
for
too much.
24 days? You see?
No,
why
after
is
all
Leeds
that,
United-
after all that Amorim took you guys through, and to see that you are in this condition right now, no, I won't break too much, Charlie. No.
But you see, let me tell you something.
On top of that, you are single.
No, what I'm saying is that
Too bad for you.
what I'm saying is that United have a huge task at hand. They need to show, or they need to get back to winning ways. Let me just put it that way.
Yeah.
They have to come back. Carrick has a huge.
How many games are they winless now?
Winless?
And how many games are they winless at the moment?
2 games in a row. It was a draw against Bournemouth away. Bournemouth it was a close tie. So, Bournemouth is a big team. These days, when you're playing Bournemouth, it's going to be a tough game. You get it? So, traveling to the Vitality to play 2-2 draw against Bournemouth, definitely is going to be a very debatable one. No, you can't predict who is going to win that game. But at home to Leeds United, a lot of people expected Carrick to be able to beat Leeds United.
Yeah.
And not being able to win that game. You've gone back-to-back games without
I think it's a
winning the
fine
match.
opportunity for
going
Chelsea.
to that Chelsea game. I think
yeah.
a lot of Man United fans will be cautiously optimistic.
Yeah, that's a fair point. That's a fair point. I think for Chelsea, it's a fine opportunity for them to turn things around. They've struggled. They've been in a horrible form at the moment.
1 win in 6, right?
Yeah, man, it's terrible. The kind of state Chelsea are in at the moment. I'm even surprised that they are still sixth and in contention for a top 4 place. By now, they should be somewhere like 8th or 9th because the run which they've been on has been terrible. Interesting. So those are the major games at least happening this weekend in the Premier League, and the title race in the Premier League is concerned. Well, let's just get into the Champions League. We're even talking about Arsenal and Sporting and how they fared. It was a boring game over the 2 legs, to be fair. For Barcelona, they were shown their level, and for Real Madrid, they were also shown that, Charlie, you can't come and bring your under-21 coach to come and win Champions League. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. You're not Chelsea. Go and bring Roberto Di Matteo and win Champions League. You don't do that. But let's talk about Real Madrid. Let's talk about Barcelona. You are angry because you say you felt you were cheated.
Oh, me, I know very too.
Really?
It's football. I mean, football.
Oh, you've recovered.
I mean,
You've recovered.
Yeah.
No, I think you've recovered. He's recovered. No.
I was never.
Why was it? Was it Tuesday?
Yeah, Charlie, the guy was furious.
Charlie,
Said,
Tuesday,
Charlie,
he came to the office. I was like, Charlie, relax. Oh, no. He was drinking orange.
Oh,
The first time I saw him drinking orange at 9 p.m.
hey,
No.
I'm
I'm telling you, the first time.
No.
now you cry. Charlie, the guy first.
No.
Firstly, I think both Champions League matches was a brilliant one. I mean, what we saw on Tuesday and Wednesday was good, apart from Arsenal, who gave us a boring fixture. With the Barcelona match, I wouldn't want to dive too much into it because a referee
want to dive into your
poor referee.
Dive into it, my brother.
Poor referee cost a brilliant Barcelona side.
Which aspects of the game
Qualifying
was
there were so many
poorly officiated?
There were so many sequence of play that you could see, or there were so many instances that you could see that there was refereeing error.
Was there a penalty you were not given?
I think with the first leg, there was never a penalty incident. But the second leg, you could see that almost push. The ball leading to almost push in the penalty box.
That wasn't a penalty.
It was a penalty. The
That
contact
wasn't.
the
That contact was minimal. Very minimal.
Let me finish.
Very
Let me
minimal.
finish. I allowed you to speak.
You didn't allow me to speak.
No, I allowed you to speak.
You didn't allow me to speak.
Let me finish. No.
Oh, my brother.
First of all, I dislike it when United is not in the Champions League.
No,
When we are talking about Champions League. United is not in the Champions League. When we are talking about Champions League.
To be fair, even a Accra Hearts of fan has the right to speak about
No,
Champions
you have the right, but then
So don't say
you were
that.
never there. You were never there, Sam.
It doesn't matter, but you don't need to be there to speak on the Champions League.
No, you were never there.
No, but you don't need to be there to speak on the Champions League.
Now you're not in the Champions League. I'm not
No,
in
wait.
the Champions League.
No, wait.
And now you're both talking about the Champions League.
No, wait.
You're not in the Champions League. I'm not in the Champions League. You're both talking about the Champions League.
Truth about me not being in Barcelona not being in the
You're not
Champions
in the
League.
Champions League.
Barcelona is not in the Champions, but we lost honorably. That's a beautiful
No,
thing.
there's no honorable in this.
No, Barcelona lost honorably.
See,
Wait, you lost what? You lost
I
what?
say honorably.
You lost what?
We lost honorably, and that's a beautiful thing.
Oh, really? Member of Parliament for which constituency?
That's the beauty of football, and I think
Yeah.
what we saw on Tuesday, Barcelona versus
But last season, how far did you go?
semi-final
And this season?
What else?
The next season.
Next season,
It will be one of 16. You see, they are progressing backwards. So that is how
I
it's
think what we saw was a very good football from Diego Simeone. I mean, it was brilliant on the night. His approach to the Barcelona game was brilliant.
But is Hans Flick not going to reconsider how he, organize his team? Because that high line, clearly, if you have Pau Kubasi, we saw what happened to him in the first leg, okay? Inexperience, and the fact that simply inexperience, all right? He's a ball-playing centre-back. Clearly, he's not your well-experienced centre-back who can think on his feet. He's just quite instinctive, what do you call it? The word is not coming. But you can tell that he's lacking experience. And
Yeah.
we saw that manifest in the second leg with Garcia. Was it Garcia?
Yeah, Garcia.
And to think that in 2 games, your main centre backs committed the same mistake. For me, I think it's
And the
Yeah,
goals
I
are
think-
considered to a similar goal.
Yeah, I think the issue with Hansi Flick is he's sick from the Amorim sickness. Yeah, Amorim, because Hansi Flick has failed to, change or make a tactical tweak to the way he approaches games. That's the high line, and that has caused this in almost important matches. Most of the important matches Barca have missed out is based on that particular thing, playing the high line. And when you look at the sequence of play, the sequence and the manner in which teams score goals, it's almost the same.
Yeah, I saw the compilation.
Yeah, it's almost the same against Inter last season. I remember the second leg, Acerbi, when Dumfries took the ball and then took it to the wide area, crossed it, and then Acerbi kicked it.
So you mean every season we have
And then
PTSD?
this season we saw Atletico do a similar thing, and then Lukman scored at their home.
But then Hans
At
Flick will tell
Barcelona's home, it was Solot. And it's almost the same. So I
But Hans
believe-
Flick will also tell you that, yes, it might have not worked in the Champions League, but that is how I've played. I'm top of the league table at the moment, 9 points ahead of Real Madrid. That's how I played. And last season, I got you what? Was it 2 trophies they won?
Yeah.
Yes.
I
so
think-
he's telling, look,
And it's-
I'm delivering trophies.
And,
it's
and
working.
also this season he's
Maybe
on the
he's-
verge of winning the La Liga.
Yes.
But the thing about Hansi Flick's style of play, I think Fenty made a very brilliant point today when I was having a conversation. He mentioned that it thrives on efficiency. So when you have good attackers that can score goals, Barca creates a lot. So when you create a lot and then your strikers are able to make good use of the chances created and score them, that's when you solve all this problem of conceding and all that. Because you remember that in the process of creating the chance and then the opposition defending, that's when they utilize the defend and then convert it into attack.
Yeah,
And then they
yeah.
capitalize on it to make a counter-attack.
Counter-attack,
And then they eventually score. So that's where the problem is. Efficiency in front of goal has been the problem for Barcelona. Missing Rafinha was a huge, huge, huge blow for the team and Hansi Flick. And I think that's why we are out. Barcelona is out. Not me. Barcelona. Barcelona is
But yeah,
out.
Barcelona fan.
No, but you see, the fan,
Yeah,
that's the funny
That's
thing.
why Barcelona is out.
Who's paying? Who's paying?
I'm emotionally detached from Barcelona. That's the
See,
thing.
this is what happens when your girlfriend has broken.
That's why I said he has recovered. Because you should have seen him on Tuesday. You should have seen him on Tuesday
I'm sorry,
evening.
my brother.
It's the reason why Barcelona lost. And I think going forward is a thing of is something Deco and the technical team for Barcelona needs to reconsider. Recruit potential and dangerous attackers. So someone like Rashford, bro, on your good, on your 30 million in the Charlie, make you forget. Rashford never get near my team again. He should never get near my
what
team.
he's talking about. My team, no, my team. I'm
Rashford should never get
Doesn't
near
even know
that.
I'm detached, my team.
No, my
Rashford is a total disaster for that Barcelona team. You remember the first leg, if he had made good use of the chances he had, Barca would have gone through with ease. The second leg, look at how he was fumbling on the ball when he came on for Barcelona. And I think getting rid of players like Lewandowski, Rashford, Rafinha, I mean, you can't rely on him because of injuries.
Yeah.
He's not serious. That guy is not serious. Another unserious player. You know there's Champions League. You go on an international break, France versus Brazil, a very useless match. You go running your asses out, and now you are injured. Charlie, the boy
But
really
it's
want
national
you.
team football. You
No.
can't- I mean, against France
It
is
was
a
never
big
a
deal.
serious match, friendly match. Why do you have to go and be running basa like that? And then eventually you get. He's the reason why Barcelona is out.
You are emotionally touched.
No.
The guy needs therapy, Charlie. The guy needs therapy.
Emotionally touched.
He needs therapy.
Like you think about the Barcelona situation,
Yeah.
and
Therapy.
you don't want to. You don't know how to even understand it. You can't understand why a team with such a brilliant quality like Lamine
It's
Yamal,
winning
It's
the
okay,
league.
it's
Lamine
okay.
Yamal,
Is winning the league
look
going
at
to
the-
appease you in any way?
winning the what?
Winning the league, will it appease you?
Oh no! I mean, winning the league. I mean, I like a quote. Winning the league is better than winning a Champions League in the bush. It's a quote from a Barcelona fan I've adapted. I think winning the league is far better than.
What is winning the Champions League in the bush? What does
I don't
that
even
mean?
know.
I think that was a quote I saw. from
What
Barcelona.
you are yearning for?
I mean,
several-
whether that
11
is a
years.
Champions League, whether you
11
win it in
years.
the bush,
Barcelona have not
you
won
win
the
it under
Champions
the sea, you win it in the air, even if you win it wherever in the chop bar, it's a Champions
You know
League.
the funny thing, if you ask any Barcelona fan for them to sacrifice 2 league titles for the Champions, they'll do it.
They will.
Because
It's been a while they won,
Since 2015, they haven't won a Champions
10 years.
11 years.
11.
Pains.
No, wait. You are talking
A
about
lot of
Barcelona.
pain. No, forget,
When was the last
no,
time
we had
United-
taken a right-
No. Look.
You see, when you're
You
talking,
have-
I was not. You see, I kept
go
quiet.
ahead.
No, but it's a valid question. Ask him.
Yeah.
When was
Ask
the
him.
last time United got to the semi-final of the Champions League?
We won an European trophy.
No, wait. When was
In
the
recent
last time?
times, we have won a European trophy before you.
No, but
You want a Europa League.
it's a valid question.
When
It's
was
a
the last
valid,
time you-
valid question. He doesn't
don't
have an
remember.
answer. You
You
don't
know
have
What,
an
what I'm saying is that
Ultimate guy. You don't go remember.
you are paid.
No, you don't go
We knocked
feel-
out of the Champions League. You are paid. Ask an unnecessary
Look.
question.
Your
Talk
club.
about the team.
See, United, they are gradually,
You're talking about the Champions
they are
League.
gradually
You moved away
eroding from the face of.
You moved away from the
No,
United
but
conversation.
you know something.
moved
I
away
find
from
it
the United conversation.
curious. I
Yeah.
find it curious that
Yeah.
10 years you haven't won the Champions League.
11 years.
11 years. And the last time you won it was when?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You see,
And,
let's talk about.
in this time frame,
Yeah.
the very poor Chelsea.
Oh,
It's incredible. I cannot believe it. In this time frame, no, Walter, can you imagine?
No,
Then the
but-
last 10 years, you haven't won. Within this period, Chelsea have at least picked up 1 Champions League trophy. Like, it's 2 in the process.
The Champions League goes to people who work smarter. I think Barcelona has not been smart in the last few years. You look at how they've played. They've played brilliant football, quality football, enough to win in the Champions League, but they've not been smart.
Yeah, fair enough. Let's just touch on Madrid briefly
Yeah.
so that we can just narrow it down to who is likely to win the Champions League. And there's a bit more conversation about the Ballon d'Or, Harry Kane, Michael Olise.
Lamine Yamal.
No, he's
Let's
not
put
part
it
of it.
on the ice and wait for the World Cup and see who's going to turn up at the World Cup. Because, of course, Kylian Mbappe is not going to be at the finals of the Champions League, but he's going to be at the World Cup. And if he goes to the World Cup, bangs in the goals, lead France to lift the World Cup title, then he's in good contention for the Ballon d'Or. Likewise, Lamine Yamal, he's won the La Liga. It's something he's got now. Goes to the World Cup, wins it with Spain, it puts him in contention for it. But let's talk about Real Madrid briefly. I mean, the game against Bayern Munich was a beautiful game, to be honest. It was a beautiful game. You know, someone was saying that when he was watching the game, he got tired. It was like, Charlie, when are you guys going to stop?
No, you don't get tired watching.
Or when are you going to?
No.
When are you guys going to stop?
If you look at both teams, we shall now we are set. The
You don't
game
get
was
tired.
so exciting. Beautiful football from both teams. And also, if you look at the tempo of the game, someone posted on Twitter and Instagram that, hey, is this the teams that United will play next season when they qualify to the Champions
Master,
League?
you don't go qualify.
Why? What's the
Make no chip in
We
United.
go call.
Oh, no, but they will qualify.
What
They will
I-
qualify.
You qualify.
If you talk United and then invest.
Why the chip in United?
You know,
No,
people qualify
we are
to
talking about
Champions
Champions League. You are chipping United.
But they will qualify. He's talking about next season.
No. Next season. These
Go
are
ahead,
the
go ahead.
opposition United are going to face in the Champions League next
Your
season.
position.
Now, so we have to buy.
No, but it was a good game. It was a really good game.
Then, if you look at what company has done with Bayern Munich, people are not talking about it. You see, people are not talking because they need to give him a lot of praise.
Yeah.
After yesterday's win, I'm hearing Olise, I'm hearing Harry Kane, but nobody's talking about Vincent's company.
Yeah,
He is the man.
he's the man.
He's the man of the moment. If you see the drips and things.
No, he's a solid guy. He's a solid. Even before the game against what's the name, Real Madrid, they had played Freiburg over the weekend, and they broke a record that stood for over 50 years, scoring 105 goals in the league.
in a single season.
In a single season, and that's a record that has stood for over 50 years. Nobody had broken it, and they have about, I think, 5 or 6 games to go in the Bundesliga. They're top of the table at the moment, most definitely going to win it. And it looks like they might even extend that record.
Yeah,
It's
if-
incredible what he's done. He's
And-
produced a powerful goal-scoring machine with that Bayern Munich side. And I think credit to him, the investment they made to excellent.
Brilliant.
You see, that Michael Olise signing, excellent job.
Yeah, and the front three, all of them, they have 35 goals and assists, 45 goals and assists, 48 goals and
And
assists.
yesterday, Harry Kane, with his goal, made it 50 goals so far this year.
You get it.
This
So
season, I mean. It's incredible.
he's a brilliant player as well. But what company has done with the team is amazing. They're playing beautiful football, front foot. When they considered, nobody will tell you that they're going to get the next goal because they were always on the front foot. They were that side that we're looking to get the equalizer, and we're smart enough. We're very, very smart.
And whenever Madrid
Kimmich-
scored, you always knew that, look,
Yeah.
Bayern was going to score.
Yeah.
Bayern was going to score.
I mean, the response to Madrid's scoring was so spot on. And I think it's what played the magic for Bayern. Because Bayern, look at how they reversed the psychology of getting an equalizer quickly was so brilliant. And one player people have failed to acknowledge in that match is Upamecano and then Joshua Kimmich. Fantastic night. Kimmich just reminded me of Sergio Busquets. I mean, sat in there.
He's a brilliant player. What about the blame that people are putting on Camavinga? That look,
Camavinga never
See, if you look at that Camavinga incident, I think he wasn't so much at fault because he's used to.
It was a foul ball. Why are you taking the ball to?
You see,
you were already on a yellow card. Why are you taking the ball to? It's a moment of,
Even the referee didn't know.
No, you see, the referee
was on a yellow card.
Yeah, the referee had forgotten. And someone was saying that maybe if he knew the guy was on a yellow card,
he wouldn't have given him.
He wouldn't have given it.
Yeah.
And he thought he'd have got scot-free with that one. But looking at the magnitude of the game as well, I think the referee has to be considerate a bit with such decisions. But that doesn't matter. It's a Champions League semi-final game. Tensions were high. You're not playing at the Bernabeu, for God's sake.
Yeah.
You're playing in somebody's home.
I think last season he had a similar record in the quarterfinals.
Yeah. And these players, they like doing certain things to frustrate the opposition. And it goes against your team, and now you have to pay for it. You see, that is why I always praise Vincent Kompany, because the quality on display, you get punished for every small mistake you make. Because you have the likes of Luis Diaz. Look at the goal Luis Diaz scored. Nobody's talking about it. But that was a brilliant goal Luis Diaz scored yesterday. It was out of this world. Like, nobody expected Luis Diaz to take the shot from such a distance. And nobody expected him to score.
I think when he was at Liverpool, maybe because Salah was doing so well, he was under the shadows of Salah.
He was never under shadows.
Really?
Yeah.
Because at the moment, at Bayern Munich, you can tell that,
He was a good player, but then he wasn't
consistent.
The kind of football Liverpool played didn't favor him. Let's put it that way. Though he had his moments at Liverpool, you could tell that this is a brilliant. Even at Porto before coming to Liverpool, he was already there. And the football Liverpool played just didn't suit him.
To be fair, everything was about Salah, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You needed to find Salah. Find Salah, he'll get you the goals,
It just didn't suit him.
And that is different from Bayern Munich. They always share the goal contributions. Last night, we saw Harry Kane score. We saw Michael Olise on the score sheet. Pavlovich scored. And also Luis Diaz.
Yeah.
So it's not just one
And
player.
Harry Kane is not positioning himself like I'm the main man.
Yeah.
Find me all the time. Sometimes he's drawing very deep, trying to find the runs of Luis Diaz or find the
look at
runs
the
of
goal Olise
Michael
scored.
Olise.
You see, Michael Olise has been the best player in the Champions League this season.
Yeah, man, that's
That is undebatable. But he's trying to put Lamine Yamal in the conversation. But you see, what I'm trying to say is that
the comment sections will justify why what you are saying is not true.
I know. The thing is that
People in the comment section are going to
thing is
justify
that
why
I know
what you are saying is not true.
today, was it today or yesterday, I saw Soccerbet, the social media platform, they posted it, two gentlemen.
Olise and Lamine.
Oh yeah, Olise and Lamine Yamal.
And they were asking what?
They were asking who has been the better. Everybody, go to the comment section.
Everyone said Michael Olise.
Olise was there. Everybody was saying Olise.
He's brilliant.
You see, that is why I'm telling you.
making a case that he's better than Lamine.
No, what I'm saying this season. I'm not saying. What I'm saying is that.
Penty, relax.
I'm not saying overall. We are talking about this season.
What are the numbers?
It's better. The numbers
What
show.
are the
numbers show.
Relax.
Olise has more numbers than. I can show you. Olise has more numbers than Lamine Yamal.
He has numbers than him, and it's all part of the total contribution of the team. The team made it possible for him. Barcelona is being carried by a young teenager.
The team doesn't make it possible for
18-year-old
the
teenager.
team doesn't
And look,
make it possible
against the Atletico match, let me tell you why Yamal's number reduces. He doesn't have that huge exponential numbers. The reason why is that against Atletico Madrid, Yamal created, the second leg, he created 5 solid chances. One was a Trivela, that very candid one where Fermin Lopez got injured. That very Trivela. If he had converted, he would have grabbed an assist. And then there were other good chances to Ferran Torres and then Olmo and the rest, and they all failed to convert.
Oh, you have to credit Atletico Madrid's goalkeeper. I mean, incredible.
Musso was good, but then I want to make a point here. Yamal created 5 solid chances. If these chances had entered, I don't think you sit here saying I know, but I don't think you'd sit here.
I do think that
Sometimes we
Olise before he scored that goal, played 2, attempted 3 shots. If you were watching
And I
closely,
think
he attempted similar. Olise before that goal,
And
he attempted,
if
very good. If and maybe
if he had scored them to his numbers,
I do think that his numbers wouldn't have this. Like, and look at the kind of shots Olise was trying, the angles at which he was looking at.
But you see, one of the things that have come up have to do with
Zach, relax. What amuses me is the fact that this Penty saying that Ulysses' goal is a beautiful. Have you seen Yamal's goals?
No,
Relax. Have you seen Yamal's
But
goals?
everything
Relax.
is not,
No,
but
you see
everything,
Yamal's
everything
goal?
is not about. Everything is not about.
I know, but have you seen
You're
Yamal's
talking
goal?
about
Relax,
this
relax,
season.
relax. No,
Who
look,
has been
when
the best
he
player in
talks
the
about how good Olise is playing or how beautiful Olise's
So-
goals are, it is not
to downplay or say that
Lamine Yamal goals are not nice.
or
No,
something.
that is
what
not
I'm
what
saying
it's
is
all
that
about.
this season in contest,
Yeah.
you pick the two players in the Champions League this season. Everybody can attest to that. Even Hansi Flick, if you ask him, he'll be honest with you that Olise has been a better player in the Champions League
All
this
right,
season than
all
Lamine
right,
Yamal.
great. So big games happen in the semi-finals. You've got PSG playing Bayern Munich. I think it's going to be a great game. And for some strange, I feel that the winner of the Champions League is in that game. And you've got Arsenal playing Atletico Madrid. I think they faced off in the league phase, right? Yeah. And Arsenal defeated them. But this is a completely different Atletico Madrid with Ademola Lookman. It's different. It's a different animal. And I think it's going to be a great game to watch. Okay, so we'll see how those games will fare. We'll get to talk about it because I think those games will happen. When are they happening? I think 2 weeks from now. Or?
2 weeks from now.
2 weeks from now.
Late April.
Late April. So we'll get to talk about them when they finally do happen. But let's wrap it up with on the local scene. 73-year-old Carlos Queiroz is the next coach of the Black Stars, replacing Otto Addo. We understand that he's going to be on a 4-month contract, $100,000. Have you seen some before?
I think I've touched some before, but I've not seen.
Charlie, the rich man.
I've touched
The
it.
rich man.
I've touched it on my phone. Wait,
they say
you know write 100,000 for your calculator talk before. What did you talk? I've touched it before. I don't see, but I touch. You know that.
The way this guy can sometimes defend himself over some rubbish things that he didn't post to me on Minecraft. What is this? You've touched it on your phone before. You didn't press calculator, you say they touch your money. Share.
100,000.
Anyway, but the man is going to be the
Dollars,
Black
you know
Stars.
this-
We understand in the coming days he will arrive in Ghana. He's going to meet the press, and we will have the chance to ask him questions about how the team is going to look like under him, etc. But his first major assignment is going to be having to decide on the squad that we're going to go to the World Cup with. And then after that, we have a friendly against Wales. There's a friendly against Mexico first in May, I think 23rd or so of May. It's unlikely that he's going to use the regular Black Star players. He's possibly going to use some of the local players and some French players. Then the major game will be the one against Wales in June. After that, we'll play the game against Panama first. So I think prior to his appointment, we had Slaven Bilic came into the news. Steve McLaren came into the news.
Yeah.
James Akwesi was still in there. And even before that, we're talking about Fernando Santos. We're talking about Paulo Bento.
And even Pichu.
You know, and Carlos Queiroz was the one they settled on. I'm not sure how you feel about that.
I'm okay. I feel really, really good with Carlos Queiroz. I believe he's good. And it's the best for the Black Stars. You look at the contract in which they presented to him. Short-term contract. After the World Cup, you leave us. It's the best. 73. Absolutely.
I mean, what is it? What is so unique about him, which is going to impact the Black Stars?
I think
Going
with
to the World Cup?
his experience, because you need such big egos of a manager in the dressing room. And if you look at what he has achieved, no player in that team can stand in front of him and tell him anything.
And just talking about what he has achieved, won the under-20 FIFA World Cup twice with Portugal under-20 team. He coached Real Madrid sometime in 2002, 2003. They were about when Real Madrid had the Galacticos. They had David Beckham. They had Roberto Carlos. They had Ronaldo, the real Ronaldo. At the time, he managed the team. They won the Super Cup. He spent just a stint there. He was
Soldado.
assistant coach at Manchester United. First time, second time. At the second time, he was assistant coach helping players like Roy Keane. Roy Keane has spoken extensively about him.
Yeah.
He coached Cristiano Ronaldo when he was at Manchester United, and he was a key part of Man United's success within that period, which even saw them win the Champions League against Chelsea. So he's a very experienced coach. Yeah. He went on to coach Portugal, even in the World Cup at a point. He coached Iran, led them to the World Cup 3 times, 2014, 2018, 2022. And that speaks to his experience.
Yeah.
Extensive work.
Yeah.
Even on the African continent, he's coached South Africa before.
Yeah.
Egypt.
You know,
Yeah.
coach Egypt, finals of the AFCON.
Yeah.
So in terms of national team experience, in terms of managing big players, he's got it.
Yeah,
He's
I mean,
got it. He's got it. And
he's almost all the teams you've mentioned, they are different from Ghana.
Yeah.
The national teams he's coached, almost all of them are different from Ghana.
Yeah.
And coming to Ghana, he brings something different, absolutely different from what we've seen.
I mean, in terms of specifics, what would you like him to fix in the Black Stars?
I believe he's well fit enough to get structure, make the team have structure when you want to play. Otto Addo never had structure with his team. You could see glimpse of it at some point. Like you're building a block, the block erected,
then one with chair.
It breaks. That was Otto. Carlos Queiroz comes in with something different. And one of the best attributes I like about him is the fact that his ability to arrange the defense of national teams. He's pragmatic as well. And someone described him as an older version of Jose Mourinho. That's the best. If you want to get a very good description of who Carlos Queiroz is, he's an older version of Jose Mourinho. Very pragmatic, no nonsense. He can brush you away when you feel like you are him. No, he doesn't see you. He will brush you away. And his coming is going to fix a lot of damage. And considering we are in for the World Cup, and look, we are fortunate enough to have Wales and then Mexico for our friendly. If the FA is wise enough and smart, we can get the likes of Seychelles, Mozambique.
That is about the availability
Lesotho.
also.
No, during that period, there will be national teams that will be available.
But you don't want to, overburden the players because you are close to the World Cup. You don't want to play too many games and stress the players.
It's not a process of overburdening them. You can play the Wales match today, 2-3 days, training match. You can have.
But that's the point. If you play Lesotho, regardless of what you tell the Lesotho players, it will still be competitive. You don't want to risk anything at all. Kudus is not going to the World Cup.
They understand what's at stake. That's why I say planning. It's plan.
Because the point is that, look, he's got 2 games. The best he can do is that, look, watch the players,
but Mexico is
find their strength, and when they come to camp, just see how best you can maximize their strength and, help the Black Stars go as far as they can in the World Cup. Me, I don't have any confidence that the man can lead us anywhere. I just want him to keep us long in the competition. Because if we exit the group stage, you'll be like 1 week. 1 week in Canada or USA is not enough. The vacation is like 21 days. We need to exhaust it. So I'm saying we need to exhaust it. The party is more exciting when Ghana is playing. Can you imagine Ghana is playing at the fan park?
But you see, what I want from Carlos Queiroz was clear. I've seen him with other national teams. But what I want with the Black Stars is that I want to see something different. Ghana is not Oman. Ghana is not Iran. Ghana is not Egypt. We boast one of the best attacking talents on the African continent.
Yeah.
Our strength now as a team is our attack. I want to see how he uses the players we have. I want to see how he will be able to utilize this attack and make the best out of it. Utilize the players that we have. Get the best out of each of them. Let our defense be very solid. Concede less goals and also punish the opposition when we have moments. Because we are facing the likes of England, Croatia, probably other big nations in the world. You're not going to be playing on the front foot.
Yeah.
You'll be a bit behind, mid-block, trying to be compact, trying to counter-attack whenever you get your moment.
Yeah.
That is what Carlos Queiroz is about. And I want to see that because the Black Stars, when we saw the game against Germany, even the game against Austria. Look at the chances we conceded in that game. We conceded about 10 chances, and 5 of them resulted in a goal.
So fundamentally, one of the key things he needs to fix in the Black Stars is our defense.
Yes, our defense is a big issue. Otto Addo has been so poor. The defense is miserable. If you look at how he played within even the AFCON qualifiers, like teams like Niger, that's why I blame the GFA, because teams like Niger can't be scoring as and you keep the manager at post or they keep the coach at post.
He's gone.
Yes, but you see, it's been too late.
Yeah, but he's gone.
But what I'm saying is that, yes, he's gone. But what I'm saying is that we have been here before with Otto Addo. And I don't want to see that again. We have to be serious. And if you have to let go of Carlos Queiroz after the World Cup, you have to be serious in finding the right manager.
Okay.
In finding the right manager, you have to spend a lot.
Yeah, and that's why you spend a lot. It's $100,000. I'm sure he's got some bonuses, group stage. Yeah, exit the group stage, some bonus here and there. And what we're hearing also is that a number of the backroom staff are also going to go. Quite a number. We understand even for jumping until he's out, he's not going to be at the World Cup. Kimberly's Boyko Green is definitely going to focus on the women's team. We understand at least Carlos Correa is going to come with 4 of his backroom staff, and most likely maybe Fatal Dowd and Desmond Ofoe might be the ones to hang on. When Fred Schaffer is already gone, maybe the what do you call it? The what's the name?
Set piece coach.
Yeah, the set piece coach might stay. Maybe the analysts might also stay. Maybe then they'll add to the team. But some key faces we understand are likely to leave. So when Carlos comes, we'll get to ask him all the questions. And funny enough, the sports minister, today we met the sports minister at a program. We were trying to talk to him. He said, if I talk to you and you ask me about the Black Stars coach, I won't talk.
Oh.
Yesterday, you went to the FA office, right?
Yeah.
And you were trying to ask the FA president about the Black Stars. He said, you won't talk. So right now, they say they won't talk. When the coach comes, because Henry Asante-Chum says the coach will come, and then we'll get to ask him the questions. So that's what we'll see. We'll see what Carlos will do and Charlie some way. Anyway. We'll just touch on the Ghana Premier League briefly. I think the major development from the Ghana Premier League, Kotoko have written a letter and they're apologizing to their fans for a very poor season. Charlie, are you not tired of apologizing? Too much. Look at what Midiama did to them. Did you guys see what Midiama did to them?
Humiliated them. They
First half, 3 goals to nil. Second half, 4 goals to nil. You saw the little clip. Kotoko has been a pill. She's been a terrible season. Who are they? Who can you compare Kotoko to? Maybe Madrid.
No.
Yeah, maybe Spurs.
Tottenham are getting relegated. Kotoko won't get
relegated. Maybe Madrid too. Because Charlie, the change, Karim Zito, bringing the chairman, it hasn't worked at all. At the moment, the title race is between Midiama and Gold Stars. And I think Midiama, following their results against Kotoko, they've shown that they are serious about winning the Premier League. And if they win it, I think they absolutely deserve it. But the major disappointment has to do with what happened to Brecum Chelsea and Dominic Frimpong, right?
Yeah.
And the latest we are hearing is that the police have arrested the kingpin, apparently the leader of the armed robbery, right?
Yeah.
And I think we need to get to the bottom of it. I mean, the bigger issues it raised have to do with the manner in which some of these Ghana Premier League clubs travel. Yeah. Because for me, it doesn't make sense why a team will come play on Sunday. By 5 p.m., the game is done. The players are clearly tired. By the time they get themselves ready to leave the place, it's about 6 p.m. So essentially, they're going to have a long journey through the night from Samre Boy all the way to Brecum. And if you look at the map, it's a very rough road. It's like you are driving through the forest of a sort.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, what happened to them? We don't have a proper transport system. Rails, that you say, the train, maybe they can sleep. By morning, they can be out, and within 1 hour or 2 hours, we don't have that. We don't have an airport in Brecum that they can fly. They have to be on the road. And unfortunately, they didn't go with any police officers. It's a terrible situation when they have the Ghana Premier League. Playing the Ghana Premier League is a risk, not just only on the field, but even outside of the field.
It's a terrible situation for the entire Ghana, not only the Premier League or our sports per se. I mean, some of the things you highlighted are basic, fundamental stuff that you as a nation, if you want to progress, you want to move forward, you want to be part of development. When we are speaking about the different phases of development, you have to be involved in. You have to have all these streams and some other stuff. And the situation with Dominic Frimpong is quite sad and saddening. 20 years of age, very young.
Yeah, it was a loan for Mediana.
Yeah, very young footballer. And there's someone, the family, obviously, was looking up to be the breadwinner of the family. And someone from nowhere gets him shot. And it's quite saddening. I don't know how we are going to combat some of these tiny little issues.
The directive the IGP has issued is that for every Premier League team that comes to the region, they should get in touch with the regional leaders of the police service and be given 2 police officers to accompany the team to the next town. And when they get to the next town, then I think then another police officers will also help them or something like that. So the IGP has stepped in to try and give them some police escort of a sort when they are traveling. But I don't know why this has to happen before we think like this.
It's sad that always we have to be reactive than being proactive or preventive.
And if you watch it, this is going to last maybe for 3 weeks, 1 month, and after that we'll go back to normal.
And we saw what happened with Poli. Still his those who caused his death have still not been brought to book. We are fortunate to have Dominic Frimpong's own apprehended and now being in the custody of the police.
Yeah,
and that's a good thing.
arrested 2 suspects.
That's a good thing. They have to be brought to book, and then if it's court or jail sentence, they be given, or probably whatever they want to do with them.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I believe it's something government and then the FA body and football association. I don't know if it's too much of a job for our association, or probably those governing the football ecosystem in Ghana. I don't know if it's too much of a job. The Ghana Premier League, if the product is so huge, it needs to find a solution. We need to fix some of these little things, because I'm a journalist. It's the Premier League that feeds me. I'm a sports journalist. If the product is not good enough, there's no way I can go and report on it and get something in my pocket to feed me.
Yeah.
So it's up to some of these people in high offices to fix some of this little stuff. Because if we keep hearing news like this, there's no way a potential sponsor will come take it money and say, I want to come and sponsor the Ghana Premier League, because when I sponsor it, there wouldn't be any bad name attached to it. There wouldn't be any death, new or tragedy, or there wouldn't be any crime or anything nasty attached to it.
I just season in, season out. It's just unfortunate some of the news we hear in the Ghana Premier League. Last season was poorly. This time is a player who's lost their life. Like, I don't know. I don't want to say that. Anyway, I'll not say it. I said it on our page, and it was, I don't know whether it's spiritual. It might be spiritual. Maybe there's a spiritual something related to the Ghana Premier League. You don't have to write it off. We are in Africa, man. You don't have to write it off. It might be spiritual. What's happening to the Ghana Premier League? Just like somebody said, it might be spiritual. What's happening to us now? So let's look into it. Let's see what we can do, and we'll hope for the best. Anyway, we're going to be back next time, and we'll get to talk about it. We'll see if Arsenal have succeeded in defeating Manchester City. If they don't defeat them, we'll be here. We'll be here. If they don't win the Premier League, we'll be here. But you know something, guys, we should do? I don't need soccer bets. They've got bottles with soccer bet branding on it. Yeah. If Arsenal don't beat City on Sunday, you have to come on set with bottles. You see what the guy did?
Yeah.
The City game versus Chelsea.
Yeah.
Bottled.
Yeah. I don't know if they can put the Arsenal label on it.
Yeah. Oh, Charlie, that's good. But you, boy, what Arsenal do for me? My potential girlfriend could be an Arsenal fan, so I don't like it when we speak.
Potential.
When
and
we
you say
speak.
could be an Arsenal fan.
I've not found one. That's the truth.
Say you want an Arsenal fan as your girlfriend. Don't say potential.
I said my potential
could be an Arsenal fan.
No, what that means is that you have someone you assess.
So the person is an Arsenal fan.
I don't.
This guy is not serious. This guy is not serious. Charlie, shout out to all the guys at soccer bet. Charlie.
Yeah, you want to give some people shout outs.
Nigel, hard guy.
You be hard guy. Yeah. Where you dey?
Hard guy. Hey, so confirm United going champions.
Anytime you hear the sound from the background, it's Nigel. It's Nigel and the production team at Soccer Bet. They are doing a fantastic job. And look, thank you so much, guys. And
Kobe,
the
chief inspector.
Kobe give me jersey.
Soccer Bet.
Chairman Kobe.
Chairman Kobe give you Ghana jersey.
Chairman Kobe to sport.
Yeah, and I think I like the place. If for those of you watching, you see that we've come to a different place. Right now we get Playing Studios. Next week we go we did somewhere.
The workers, if you go see now, we go there.
Yes. Playing Studios. So Anyway, thank you very much. We'll be back same time next week, and we'll get to talk more about it. This has been Extra Time